Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today, I want to talk a little bit more about the XRP price, as first of all, our prediction came through a little bit. Second of all, I want to explain to you guys how I'm going to act on it. And third of all, there's some new predictions by other analysts that I want to share with y'all. So first, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, do you think we're first gonna see $1.50 per XRP or $1? You know what? Let's specify that a little bit more. What area here do you think we're gonna see first? $1.34 or $1.09? Put that in the comment section down below, as that is going to be a critical piece of info. All right, so first of all, the entire market here has actually fallen down a little bit. As you can clearly see, this is actually a trading setup that I was going to be talking about, but things have moved quite quickly. And by the time that you're watching this video, which might be another 2 hours afterwards, things might have already changed a little bit, as I unfortunately had a really important breaking Ripple lawsuit video to release first. And so I always wait about an hour and a half at least before I post another video. So that is why it might take a little bit of time to get this one out there. But this was a trading setup that I was going to talk about because this is usually a bearish sign. It did broke out towards the downside, and a lot of the people are most likely saying that after this one closes red, so, you know, after, let's say, for example, a little bit of time has passed, about 40 more minutes, and this one closes red, we'd have to short it and then again try to sell and buy back cheaper, like for example here at about 31.50 per Ethereum, which could potentially be another 3% profit or so. However, Bitcoin, as you can clearly see on a 15-minute chart, also broke out of the channel. And on a longer term here, Bitcoin basically hit the, let's actually take it away, hit the resistance, and right now is falling kind of back down again. Point being, well, Bitcoin is moving on in the general direction which we already expected. I told you all before, it might be so that we're getting our first high, first low, second high, second low, third high, third low. But as it currently stands, it looks as if we're basically creating our third high, pretty close to our second high, with a low potentially anywhere above $44,000 or so. So honestly, it doesn't really matter because the bullish trend is still on, but that might explain a little bit more about why XRP and all those are falling, ADA for that matter too. Now, one fun fact is that all of these cryptos right now are also falling on some critical points. I mean, Bitcoin, the resistance is, I guess, not as obvious, but for XRP, the resistance was obvious because we talked about it before. And for ADA, the resistance was obvious too because it was exactly $3, which I also find funny. All right, that's besides, right? That's context. What are we going to do? Well, I'm thinking of actually buying a freaking chunk more XRP once we get to $1.09. The problem is, I'm not really sure if we'll get there because it's going to depend on Bitcoin. And as it currently stands, as I said before, Bitcoin really doesn't look as if it's going to come down that significantly. I think at maximum, if we want to stay in this bullish trend, it's going to come down about 10% or so. And I guess, you know, if we're talking about real 10%, XRP could also fall maybe even more than that. For example, a 20% or maybe even a 30% to maybe the next resistance or next support, I should say, at about 91 cents or so. I mean, it wouldn't be too crazy, but I'm really not expecting it as of this point. All right, I'm not expecting it because the market is so bullish, and that might also be because of the bombshells that have been dropped in the Ripple lawsuit and the general positivity I'm hearing right now. Like, for example, this article was just posted. 2,300% XRP rally could be just around the corner, according to top crypto analyst. XRP could be on the heels of one of the biggest rallies it's ever had, according to a closely followed crypto trader. In a new strategy session, the pseudonymous trader known as Credible Crypto says he believes XRP is destined to reach somewhere between $20 to $30 this bull run. Looking at XRP's abrupt 1,000% rally in 2017, the trader posits that something similar could happen in the current bull cycle. Quote, "The biggest gain happens in the last 10% of the bull market. Keep in mind that XRP was trading at 22 cents in 2017, and in 1 month it went up to $3.30, and it went 10 times in a month. Something similar can be expected here. I think if we can break the all-time high within the next few months, we're easily going to go 3 to 5 times very reasonable again. Again, in 2017 we went times 10, 3 to 5 times is easy. $10 minimum is where I'll consider taking profits," end quote. According to Credible Crypto, once XRP breaks its all-time high at $3.50, the token will go into an explosive price discovery phase that could end up as high as $30. One thing that I think he's basing that upon is actually Cardano. Cardano was one of those coins which had a relatively low all-time high in comparison to a lot of other cryptos for a very long duration. Let me actually open it up here maybe. And one fun fact about Cardano, as I said before, is that it had a really low all-time high, and right now it's just going absolutely phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal in terms of price. It's just discovering new and newer prices in newer areas. Ooh, ADA doesn't have that much history on here. Let's type in ADA USD. Kraken, which one has more history? There we go. All right, so here in 2017, you can see the highest point which you got to is about $1.30, and this time around, it's already double that or so. It really didn't have that many higher, basically, gains throughout the last couple of years in the same kind of way that XRP did it. So, okay, let me actually rephrase that a little bit. ADA had a similar rise to XRP, quite similar, right? So it went up in price like crazy, and then after that, didn't really do too much anymore for the longest time. Now, that all changed in one instance in 2020 when things just started to look good for ADA. I mean, what was the actual point? I do not know, but it just started to do good. And for XRP, that could be the same, but then shifted a little bit towards the right. What I mean with that is that XRP could kind of go do the same thing, but potentially a little bit later in a little bit of a different type of scheme, but generally speaking, basically the same type of ordeal. So some things that also are interesting about XRP and ADA, I guess, is how they move so differently to one another, yet so similar. So as I've explained before, you can see the chart does look quite similar with a big gain, big loss, bigger pump. And XRP is kind of in that same area. However, the bigger pump hasn't just happened, but I do expect it to. Then again, it's not really similar because the all-time high for XRP right now is still double or even triple from where we are at right now. Where at ADA, we are at double the all-time high. So basically, we've kind of done it a different way around. But if we were to follow ADA's footsteps, we'd have to go to all-time high and then about double that. And that would be about tripling right now to all-time high, and then doubling that, which would be times 6 in total, just to get on the same par/level that ADA is going along with right now. According to Credible Crypto, once XRP breaks its all-time high of $3.40, the token will go into an explosive price discovery phase, getting up at $30. Based on current prices, the trader's XRP target implies a 2,319% increase from current prices. Quote, "We have a ways to go," is what I'm getting at here. Again, my targets for XRP, as I've said many times, stand at $20 to $30 at the end of this bull cycle. Whether that be 6 months or a year from now, that is my target. Things will get exciting. Things will accelerate aggressively after we break all-time highs, and the hardest part is getting back to all-time highs. As we break all-time highs, there's no sell pressure above it and becomes very easy to climb the ranks and get higher and higher. Once more, let's quickly check ADA here. I guess we also, after that, even towards it, we didn't actually face too many resistances. One thing you might say is, we found so many resistance points in 2021. No, we didn't. We actually didn't find any resistances whatsoever. Because ADA actually just pumped like a freaking dump truck. It just went through everything like there's no tomorrow, right? I guess you might be able to say from about February to May, and even a little bit afterwards, it had found some resistance at the area. Then again, it's also difficult because we just surged past the all-time high here without that much of a trouble. You know what? No, we'll actually claim it. We'll claim that there was some resistance, and afterwards it was a little bit easier because the surges went a lot faster, a lot easier, without as much hassle. Because again, if all-time high is around this area here, about $1.30, so this area, let's actually put that in. Around this area is all-time high. That's definitely the area which we got the most amount of juice, right? These two areas right there. This for Cardano and this area right here are definitely where the most juice has been found. And so the fact that this is one of the areas of all-time high, I guess does show something. And this area, what's this? I guess it's also some price action in the past too, right? We definitely saw a couple of key hits in the past. Yeah, okay, I'm going to give it to them. Right now it's a lot easier to gain because we've crossed that area. But that was article number 1. Article number 2 was XRP, Litecoin, and 2 other altcoins ready to wake up and launch new rallies, according to top crypto strategist. Prominent crypto strategist Michael van der Poppe has put up a couple of opinions. In a new strategy session, the analyst says to his 160,000 subs that XRP is poised to rally and print a new all-time high. Quote, "When you look at the USDT values of XRP, you can actually derive Fibonacci extension to make the next target zone." So When we do that by Fibonacci retracement and we do it like this, we get $2.85 and $4.30 as the next target zones for XRP in the next impulse wave. If we do it from the previous cycle, we can also say that we've hit the 2618 Fibonacci zone, so that most likely in the next run, it'll go up to $4.30. Now, I'm not really a fan of the analysis that he does. I think it's very simple. It's definitely not that hard yet. Can be very effective if you know how to utilize it properly. But just with the information he's sharing, with no details on the side of it, I don't think you can really do too much with that. And it's not really too helpful. All I would say is, guys, all-time high is the most important critical zone for right now. Afterwards, most likely, it's just going to kind of blow past, because I personally believe the moment we'll get an impulse to all-time high is also the moment we'll get an impulse towards like $10 or so. At least 7, I think. At least double all-time high. But potentially as high as $12 is my own expectation. Not financial advice, my own expectation. And as I've said before, I'm just buying it. Even right now, I'm just buying it up because I think it's going to be worth it to buy. And that's my story, I guess. Make sure you check out Bybit, guys. A link is down below. It is the exchange I'm using right now to trade. And I'll definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.